Welcome to the walkthrough of frequently made mistakes for my assignment 1C in the CS 8395 class. First, make sure you document your code or it won't be reviewed. I say this all the time and people keep not doing that, and so I don't review the code. So let's save a lot of time by making sure you document your code. Make sure you document your code as you write it. Secondly, let's take a look at some problems that we found with the controllers of the movies in the movies.ex file. So the movies.ex module. So first of all, something important is missing here. You need to be using the decode method that's provided by webutils decode query. Don't hard code that here, but instead use webutils decode query. Down here, similar kind of problem. Make sure that you use the decode webutils decode queries method here. That should be done in the controller this time. This is also just using an old version of the skeletons that's out of date. Please make sure that you update your repository to use the right version. And down here, don't write the code longhand to do the decoding, but instead use webutils decode queries. Just makes things more concise. The tests will check for this in the next version of the assignments we have. Moving into the make patterns method, please make sure you use a method reference here rather than the lambda expression. So you should use the method reference, which is this : make pattern. And down here, here's get matches for pattern. Please don't use the open and close curly brace here. You can get rid of all that stuff. You don't need the return either. You can make this a lot more concise. Down here, please make sure that you return the result that comes back from calling scope result rather than just returning the movie. Down here, please don't pass any parameters to the result method. Not quite sure what that's supposed to do, but it's unnecessary. Down here, this implementation is not working correctly. It's not using the no such exception when the movie doesn't match the pattern. So make sure you change the code to do that. And I think most people have got that working, but make sure you do that properly. Down here, make sure that this code is done correctly. You don't want to be giving the no such match exception here. Again, you want to throw the no such match exception. And you can either do that with an if-else statement, or you can also do that by defining a helper method that will do the throw, and then you can put that in the confines of the ? Condition operator or ternary operator. Down here in the find match async method, please don't use an if-else statement there. You can simplify this expression to use the ? Ternary expression, and you can also get rid of the open curly brace and close curly brace. So that code should be a lot more concise. And then finally, there's no need to call distinct here. Distinct was only necessary in assignment 1B or in the movies module, not in the movies.ex module, because the movies.ex module was redesigned to use a different concurrency strategy, so we wouldn't have to worry about having any duplicate values for the list of search queries. So that's the summary of frequently made mistakes that I saw when I reviewed the assignment 1C submissions. Please make sure you take a look at the GitHub repository for this class to find out when the final submission is due, and make sure you address all the comments here, and that will then be your final grade for all of assignment 1. So we're going to grade assignment 1 in one fell swoop, focusing on the movies and movies.ex implementation you did for assignment 1C. So make sure that that works correctly.